First thing I just want to do on this is talk about the circumference that you see over here on the left. They gave us the formula as diameter times pi, but we know another way in which to find circumference, using the radius. How do we do that?
Radius squared times pi.
No.
Oh, radius 2r pi.
2r pi. Okay, so on the first one, they gave you a radius of 3. What is the circumference? And leave it in terms of pi, as in you don't need your calculator.
6 pi.
Asil says that it is 6 pi. How'd you get that?
Because the radius is 3, so the diameter is 6 pi.
Okay, so she doubled the 3. What's the area?
9 pi.
And how'd you get the 9?
Because the radius is 3, so which squared is 9.
Okay, so she squared the 3 to get the 9. All right? Second one. What's the circumference?
14 pi.
14 pi.
Notice that they gave us the diameter this time, so it's just simply 14 pi. But in order to find the area, you need to know the radius.
49 pi.
So we got 49 pi. Any problems with that? All right, so do numbers 3, 4, and 5 then.
You're going to do 40 pi.
Okay, can you give me the area?
The area is, hold up, 400 pi.
Okay. Zach, number 4, circumference.
Number 4 would be 42 pi.
Area?
441 pi.
Okay, and he got that from doing 21 squared because he took the 42 and cut it in half. Isabel, number 5, circumference
16 pi,
and area.
64 pi.
Very good. All right, so that's just quick review. Now remember, backside when we get to the area of the sector, the only difference is they don't want the area of the entire circle, they only want a part. So think about like number 6, just think about it logically. How much of the circle do they want?
1/4.
Okay, Colin says they want 1/4. Would you agree that they want 1/4?
Yep.
All right, so 1/4 comes from 90 divided by 360, okay? How many times does 9 go into 36?
4.
4. So this simplifies down to 1/4. And so remember, we take the ratio of the angle over 360 and multiply it by the area of the entire circle. What's the area of the entire circle?
6 pi.
I heard 6 and 9.
9.
9 because you square the 3. And remember, you put that over 1. And then all I'm asking you to do is to be able to simplify and leave your answer in terms of pi. Pi always goes in the numerator. So can we simplify 9 over 4?
Yeah.
No.
Wait.
So
no,
therefore it
not that.
stays 9 pi over 4 is your answer. Okay? So in the second one, number 7, how much of the circle do they want?
Only 45.
They only want 45 degrees of the 360 degrees, which Colin says is 1/8. They want 1/8 of the circle. What's the area of the entire circle?
144 pi.
144 pi. Okay? So now all you have to do is simplify the 144 over 8.
Can you?
Yes. In fact, it'll end up being a whole number.
18.
Asil says 18 pi.
I agree.
Okay? So remember, all you're doing is setting it up, the ratio of how much they want, times the entire circle. Okay? So with the people at your table, see if you can do numbers 8, 9, and 10.
100 pi over 3.
Okay? You got 400 pi over 3, and he got that from doing 1/3 times 20 squared pi
Yup.
over 1. Okay? Number 9. How about your running?
147 pi over 2.
147 pi over 2. Now, a lot of you, when I was walking around, had 441 pi over 6. If you divide both of those numbers by 3, you get what she got, 147 pi over 2. Okay? And Chanel, number 10.
72 pi.
Right. Remember, they only want half the circle, so 1/2 of 144 pi ends up being 72 pi. So good job. Okay? So think about it that way. You could have done the 180 over 360 as well. All right? All right, so if you can go on to the next page. Okay, so these are the ones that are like the second page from the homework over the weekend.
Oh.
Okay?
Wait.
All right, so talking about the concept, okay, make sure you always figure out the area of the outermost figure. Always think about doing that. And then you simply subtract off the area of anything that is unshaded. Did I not hand these out to you yet? I did not. All right, hold up. Number 1. Okay, so the first one, if I were to ask, what is the radius of the outermost circle? Okay, I heard a 20. Are you okay with the radius being 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that is correct. If anything, if you could understand that this is 7 and this is 13, 13 plus 13 plus 7 plus 7 makes the diameter of the outermost circle 40, and therefore the radius is 20. So therefore, we have 20 squared pi is the area of the outermost circle. Now what we have to do is subtract off the 2 unshaded circles. So can someone give me the area of one of them?
169 pi.
169 pi coming from 13 squared pi.
49
And then subtracting off 49 pi from 7 squared pi. Now, since they all have pi's on them, they're all like terms. So you can just subtract them and give me an answer in terms of pi. Something pi,
0 pi?
not 0.
We came out 0 pi.
You should have ended up with 400 pi
Oh, I didn't square this.
minus 169 pi minus 49 pi. Should have ended up
2 pi.
182 pi is correct. Okay? 400 minus 169 minus 49. All right? All right, so example number 2 then. Okay? So we said you got to find the area of the outermost shape. You said already that it's a square. So we're going to take the area of the square, and we're going to subtract off the area of the circle. So what's the area of the square?
40 squared.
40 squared. Do you understand that it is 20 plus 20 gives us the 40 for the diameter, and therefore all the way across is 40.
Well, that's
Is that right?
1,600.
So we've got the area of the square to be 1,600 from 40 times 40.
Yes.
Now, we're going to subtract off the area of the circle.
20 squared pi.
20 squared pi and 20 squared we did in question number 1. That ended up being 400 pi. Now, are those like terms? No. So your answer is just 1,600 minus 400 pi as an exact. Okay? So you couldn't do it the way you did the other ones. Okay? Questions?
No.